Pop 2 has been incident-free, so we are very used here in Uganda to receiving big guests and receiving them without incidents, Mildred Tuhaise. Mildred, you ask a very important question. The lessons are here plenty to pick. The question is whether we have the ability to learn from them. I think for me, as I said earlier, and I will repeat again for the benefit of our viewers, and just to be on the record, I have seen persons wearing reflector jackets marked Air India in Uganda, helping with the ground handling of the Prime Minister of India in Uganda. And the big question for me that I am asking here is when the President goes to places beyond these shores, who does the handling? Is there somebody wearing a jacket, Uganda Airlines, or if there is a jacket at all, what is the inscription of that jacket? But what is clear here, it is Air India receiving the Prime Minister, of course in collaboration with Civil Aviation Authority here, and that's a big lesson. And already you can see persons have started disembarking from the aircraft here, and I already see a lady here wearing an Indian sari. Of course, it's that orange color. It does look very, very beautiful. We are waiting for that interesting shot by Stephen Musoke when that door opens in a few moments. We don't know how many minutes it will take, but that door is certainly going to open. And when it does open, there will be a Prime Minister of India who will be waving, and we'll be more than happy to wave our cameras in his direction, Mildred. I think that door is not too far from being open. As you can see, the last steps of making sure that the staircase is close to the aircraft, but I can see the teams are already out. That is the advance party, or the team that moves with him is already out. Salutes have already been taken, as you can see. It is now those moments. Let me leave the way for UPDF officers marching, quick march 1-2 it is, towards the aircraft as the reception does happen here. Mildred, I will also go in tow towards the aircraft to try and catch some of the initial conversations here. And I can see right from the inside, the persons inside are preparing to handle or receive that clearance from the ground that it is okay to open, okay and safe to open. And SFC is already very close. I see a major from SFC, I'll keep his name for very obvious reasons, who are receiving the Prime Minister on behalf of their boss, on behalf of the host, President Yoweri Museveni. It is just moments away, just minutes away, and then we'll have the first sight of the Indian Prime Minister who is visiting Uganda here. Some conversations going on near me here in the local language we are talking. And I can see the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sam Kutesa, is already here. He is in a blue suit with a blue tie. The shirt is white, matching with his gray hair. Minister Sam Kutesa, maybe I will try to engage him here, if I may, very, very quickly. The host here receiving Honorable Sam Kutesa, a very good afternoon. You're live on NBS.
Yes, good afternoon.
You're very, very smart. How important is this to Uganda?
It's a very important visit. India is a big partner to Uganda, both in the Commonwealth, in the UN, and bilaterally. And
what are the key areas that we are likely to tap into this visit?
Electricity, agriculture, and machinery.
And medicine?
Yes, medicine as well.
Honorable Sam Kutesa, Minister of Foreign Affairs, there talking about the areas in which we are expected to tap into this visit, and it is protocol here that is taking place. Meeting his counterpart from the Indian side is Honorable Sam Kutesa, Minister of Foreign Affairs. He was also at the United States, at the UN General Assembly as president. I can see the captain who has been piloting this one out there, checking everything, because if anything goes wrong, you know that jobs will be on the line here. The teams from Ministry of Foreign Affairs going in there to go through the paces. These things have certain procedures that have to be fulfilled, because you're talking an official state visit. So there are manuscripts that have to be followed. I think the young persons watching this, when you see these things, one of the things you should learn that I learned as a little boy is the importance of being meticulous, the importance of procedure, the importance of following detail to the latter. Nothing can go wrong. And that's one of the things that makes air transport very, very safe, because there are manuals and nothing is left to chance. And that's what you see Honorable Sam Kutesa standing ajar right in front of the staircase. His body, that is about 60-something years, can still hold in the African sun. And, of course, right behind him is an officer of the Special Forces. We are waiting for the Indian Prime Minister. My eyes can still see his captain, who I reckon from what I see, of course, Indians are very good at looking after themselves, but that gentleman, the captain, should be somewhere between 55 and 60, and he's been the guy in charge of this. And right behind him, he's looking at the direction of his boss. I think a young man out there watching this should scale at being the pilot of the President of the Republic of Uganda, if not this one, the next one. This can be done. This is about teaching our young people to be ambitious. There's nothing being wrong being ambitious at basically being the next pilot of Uganda Airlines. We journalists may be caught in all these arguments and counter arguments, but as long as Uganda Airlines comes here, there will be jobs for a Ugandan young man or young woman who wants to be the pilot for those, and those should be things that we scale up for. But as I said, it's about 2:19, and we are still waiting for the first shot of the Prime Minister of India, who is in Uganda for a state visit here. Ambassadors from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, those are signs that we are edging closer now that the engine has gone absolutely quiet, so that broadcasting can be enjoyable, can be lovely. Every time there's a man in a suit, he has a tag and files. Maybe one of those files will be a document that talks about Uganda receiving quite a bit of money as far as electricity is concerned. It should be one of these files. The question is which one, but that gentleman will not allow me to see what is in his file. There are actually two of them, but in discussions, those files will be important. There will be some signing of documents. The question is, in the press statement, what will come out? But for now, that won't bother us too much. What will continue to bother us is when will the Prime Minister of India come down and touch the ground. I have seen the pilot signaling. That means that it is the Prime Minister of India who is here. And of course, as you can see, he left Rwanda in different clothes. He has changed on the plane as I thought he would, and he's coming down. It should be cream. It is collarless, no Caucasian tie, but it's certainly very Indian. Wonderful, wonderful scenes. Marching pocket square it is. And he is being greeted by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sam Kutesa, with a beaming smile. A lot of greetings here, a lot of greetings here. And it is the Prime Minister of India, who wears a side band as well, gray-haired, wonderful smile, enjoying the African sun here. You can see the picture of Mr. Msoke there, and he is greeting and is bowing here, true to Indian culture. That is what is going on. And in Tao is a beaming and smiling Sam Kutesa, who is here for a brief ceremony, and they are taking him over to meet his host, President Yoweri Museveni. It is the Prime Minister of India who is here. Well, the Prime Minister of India has certainly landed. What you're watching on NBS Live are the live pictures of the visiting Prime Minister of India, who is now headed into the main building. And in the building, there will be a very brief conversation, and then the motorcade will be on, heading to the beautiful lawns and the official reception by President Yoweri Museveni. There's a lot of security here, making sure that this is incident-free. And right now, he heads into the main building here, where he will have the official greeting, and then he will sign into the guest book. And after the guest book, there will be clearances, as is known, and then it will be to State House Entebbe. A lot of media presence here, and we are right now into the building. And as we get into the building, he will head towards the State House Entebbe, where Sheila Tusime Mugisha is waiting, where there will be a parade. There certainly will be a gun salute, probably 21 it is expected, and all that will certainly be in the reception of the Indian Prime Minister in Uganda, greeting officials here from the Indian community and having conversations that are very, very interesting here. Security is really, really tight. But as you will see, that stretch limousine is waiting, and he will get in, and he will be driven in a moment. He will be making his way into his limousine, and that limousine is being opened at the moment. And there it is. Cream like his suit is the limousine seat, full leather. The Germans have done a fantastic job here. In he goes. Sheila, we have received the Prime Minister here, and he is heading to your direction. That door has been slammed. Sheila, he's coming your direction. Sheila? Well, Honorable Sam Kutesa. Stephen Arwood. Where's Stephen?